muted? No, I was muted. No, I didn't see that I was muted. Thank you so much. But can you hear me now? I don't know how this mute himself. Uh, all right. So if there's still any problem, okay, so you can hear me. Awesome. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, thank you so much for uh, letting me know that. Okay, so now continuing. Mm, Now you can see my screen, but you can see what I'm doing out here. So, of the street map, is this sharing? Yeah, it is sharing itself. Uh, and also, I don't know if this zoom is enough for the stream, or let me know if you need more zoom for seeing the code itself. So, may continue until layer marker pop up. Alright. So let's try to see what the problem is right now. Fail prepare something source. This fails import source when import analysis because of the content contains values syntax. What is happening here? Okay, I think what the problem is right now. Do. Yeah, so I think it's first needs something like this, and then what is going on here? I think we have all return. I don't know if there's still any kind of problem right now, but now we should be able to see something, right? Not container, and also I don't know if I ask for the API key. Okay, for the necessary things, and let me see again what is happening here. There's a portrait that finder that has components map index. So looks like we have a problem now, and I don't know what is going on. So let me try to just search the layer map components marker. So first of all, okay, we have our marker. Map container, and now if I do this, what happens? No, even map container is not allowed. I think I should see first like the full KPI and examples that we can use. So map container. All right, let me share my screen. Yeah, so now you can see it. So we have the map area store, we have the mark containers, center position, sim, scroll with sim, yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's the same kind of it's the same example. Yeah, we have the same example, but with different. Okay, so let's put this into here a map container, and now let me just post this up here. So now it's under the position, scroll will some false, and what else? So we have a map container here, and blah blah. Yeah, I think everything's now on, right? Hmm, is everything installed well? Yeah, everything was installed. I think what is happening? So let me go from zero to start. So we have a map container, and I don't know why the map container is not showing itself. So let's try to see other examples here. Uh, let's try to see the setup of this. Following all the different installation page, add the following code to your app and check if it displays correctly. All right. So I put everything here. Function map. We have a constant. We return something, and then we close the function. All right. Let me do this from part. Const map is equal to a function. Function should return something, and this should return this kind of way, and this should be something like this. And we should use something like a container, and try to see our center soon, and close this tag here, and we have our map container now. But what is still identifier expected? Let's try to have a tip here. I think it should work now. Import map container tile layer markup form, and now let's try to see what is going on. It is not looking out for the map. So yeah, everything is now solved. But still we have this problem. So what is the error? Uh, so what does it say? React runner, under maintenance, JSX content, map container, sample, public API, core API, reference extract, tooltips, events, public marker, injection, installation, other React list. Okay, so introduction, car concepts, little elementary references, React context. So versus the map container renders can container. The element of the map is a place for the property set to be rendered inside the container mid. The map container initiates the default map for the created div with the component properties, React context. The map container renders the children component. Each children component initiates a maximum list with instance of element using the component properties and context and adds it to the map. When a child component is rendered again, it changes into supported multiple props. Yeah. Okay, so for installation, we have, yeah, this documentation assumes you're already familiar with web regular does not replace it in all provides bindings between hand this documentation and everything. Alright, okay, so what do we need to do here? Quick start, guys. This is the basic ingredient setting up. Let's working with markers. To bring the page into the CSS file in the head section of your document. Oh, so this is why ChatGPT put this here, right? Import leaflet. Alright. So how now the status of leaflet. So now that we have the leaflet here, alright. So adding leaflet. Yeah, after the level CSS, ID map. Now you already initialize them. Okay. So after that, using imports, React Leaflet supports ES models that can be imported by URL or for the full library at once. Import map containers and layer from. Okay. Package registry. Models can be imported using bear specifiers, and then all the commodities and hooks can be imported from the model entry point, right? So types of support, yeah, setup. All of the steps for installation page are the following code to your app and check if it displays correctly. And then we have our map container, center map container, and the result is that if the map is not displayed properly, it is most likely because you have it all at the prerequisite. Make sure all dependencies are installed and using supported versions. Make sure libc is loaded. Make sure that your map container has the defined height. Uh, Make sure your map container has a defined height. Alright, so should go here, put our map. What's going on? So we have our constant, const map is equal to this. Why does this? Okay. Alright, so we return something here. This should be just a div itself. It says hello world. So let's try to reload this and see what is going on, what is happening. What? Tell the first source of 4 import content invalid JS syntax. Const map is equal to this and what? Const card is equal to yeah. Our constant and we have a then what is going on? I'm going to do it all from start. I don't know what is going on. Const math is equal to something like this. Then needs to return this. And on H1 it says hello world. We need to export the file map. Is this happening? Is this working well? Okay, so. Oh yeah, I think now I see what was going on. Yeah, I think I forgot to add the JSX extension in this place. Alright, so now let's just try to paste everything here. Sorry for that. And let me put everything that was here. This part. And yeah. Where are you? Here. Where are you? Okay, so now we have a map container and we have everything here. So now everything should be good, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Where should it be displayed? So yeah, it imports well. Hi Indigo, how are you? Are you ready for winning another Slack? So yeah, let me just try to paste this and make it a little bit more readable. And here's Sasha. I think it's Sasha, right? Or it's Sasha? Oh my god, it's 4:03 a.m. Why aren't you doing? Uh, didn't you sleep? I think it's unhealthy to not sleep. But thank you so much for being here at this time of the night. Thank you so much. Also, from where are you watching us, Indigo? And yeah, so continuing with this everything now is up. So let's just try to replace our map instead of using this button. Let's try to use our map component, which is our map component that we just imported from our map. And let's see what, okay, it explodes. It exploded again. So what happened here is encounters reference map container is not defined. Blah, blah, blah. Mm, okay, so map container is not defined. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to. Oh my god. I was waiting for this string actually because I missed the previous session. Thanks so much, Indigo. And from North Africa, Algeria, thank you so much for watching for Algeria. I think I know some campus experts from GitHub that are from Africa, the Africa region, and they are so cool. So I think Slack is incoming for you. Don't worry about it. I think this will be like your third t-shirt, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, we have. I think I know some person from Africa. Uh, one of them, but I think they're from Sub-Saharan, or to be honest, I cannot remember. Like, I know some persons called Mufaro, others are Rakunda. A lot of persons from Africa are really cool, and they are really active in the Campus Expert program. So, yeah, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so going back to this, forget to import everything. So let me just copy and paste everything from here. And okay, so now we import everything. So should this be good? I'll try to see and to test everything. So it's charging. Sorry, my computer needs like vacations to be honest. So it's still loading. Why is it not showing? Oh, now it's showing itself, but it's not show. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to add a hide to our map. So let me just put that tile equal to hide. Uh, Hide is equal to uh, 300 pixels, and width is going to be 100 pixels. So I don't know what happened here. Terrific height is not defined. What did I do? Must only be assigned to an empty extension. So yeah, now. Oh yeah, now it's showing on. But I don't know why it doesn't show here. Yeah, now it's showing. Oh, awesome. We're in London. Yeah, so now our map is on, and now I think this can be the mission accomplished. So now we have our map. So let me just see the chat. Okay, yeah, there are a couple campus experts from Algeria, but I don't know them personally. Yeah, awesome. So I have a question for you, Indigo. Um, which is like if I go to Algeria, what is the most tasty food that I need to try? Like I can like something that I cannot miss someday that I go to Algeria, or like a drink, a food, a dish that I really need to try. Like you can say this is only here from Algeria. There's no other thing like this. So other comment says, tell Neo to react so in React we must write the style in the tag. No, I think this is a real bad practice that I'm doing now, but it worked. Yeah, so in React you can use you can divide your CSS and import it like from classes and use class names. Uh, but for this part, or the bad thing about React is that everything shows up and says, I'm going to say a new rule and this is my rule. So if you don't like it, you can use anything like you want to. But in some other frameworks, what it's done is to separate the CSS from the HTML on all the stuff, right? So the cool thing about this is that we can use something that is called JSS, that basically is to try to change dynamically with JavaScript our CSS. So that is why some persons and some libraries like Material UI, that is the library that we're using, uh, put up their CSS into the components itself in the same HTML tag, right? So yeah, but uh, if I'll do it my way, I would just put another file here and say something like index.css, and do something like map container, map container, and do the same thing, right? Just to try to put up something like this, and say something like width is equal to 100% and hide. I'll forget to add the comma. So hide is equal to uh, 100% or 90%. Oh yeah, forget to add that comma. So sorry I missed the beginning. Are you using Tailwind? No, we're not using Tailwind, and this time we're just using React and a cool library called Material UI. And to be honest, I have never used Tailwind, but I've used some other CSS frameworks that are kind of time. Yeah, they're real similar to Tailwind, like use CSS in the same HTML. But to be honest, it's not my type. I don't like it a lot, to be honest. But yeah, Material UI, it's awesome. It's cool. It is real fast to install. It has a lot of components. It has a lot of persons behind the project. And also you can see like all the examples that you can use. There are some kind of templates that are here in the Material UI design tool. And but I think also there were some kind of examples instead of templates. I don't know where they are. I think it's showcase. Mm, mm, yeah, yeah. There are a lot of examples like the showcase where you can see all these, but I cannot see where are the related, like the kit, like the free templates that Material UI uses. So example, let's try to see example project. Some project, blah blah blah, page capable and no. Example, official example, mobile price free, PI, blah blah, most wanted, no. And example, components, return the APIs, no. So template, templates, learning resources, templates, checkout section, basic templates, building here. Here they are. So you have a lot of templates that you can use into your page. It looks real similar to material design if you want to compare with other kind of frameworks. But yeah, they look really similar to be honest. And you can see it here. It looks clean, looks good doing vlog. It looks awesome. I don't really like the title because for me all titles should be bold, but it's just me. So, but yeah, there are a lot of templates that you can use. They are so cool. Just try to give it a try. If you like it, cool. If you don't, there are a lot of libraries that you can use. To be honest, I like a lot of Montreal UI, and that is why I'm using it. But it will be good if we use something that can fit with us and that can um, allows us to work real fast. So let me just read the comments. So there's this sauce food that is called mm, Shtita. Shtita. Is it pronounced Shtita? Shtita? Shtita. It can be made with chicken, Shtita Jash. Oh my god, sorry if I'm pronounced it real bad, but it's the first time that I'm trying to pronounce this kind of words. So Shtita the judge, yeah, Shtita the judge, or with red meat, lamb beef, Shtita ilham, that can be spicy but not necessary. Mostly made during events, Ramadan, wedding ceremonies, etc. Click make here. I'm going to make a detailed documentation for Dutch hackers. Oh, okay. I pronounced it well. Thank you so much. So, the dish is called shtita and shtita the judge or shtita iham. All right, all right. So, can you send a link that I can search up for them, or let me just Google it. So, shtita judge. Oh, now I can see it. Oh my God, looks so sexy. Amor de Costumes, Chita the Judge, and you mentioned that the other one was called Chita, Chita Iham, Chita Iham. Um, this is with red meat, right? Yeah, looks like cow meat. Oh my God, it looks so tasty. I think this looks real similar to a dish that we have here in Mexico, but I cannot remember how is it called. It was called. But instead of using red meat, we use pork meat. I think it's like puerco en rojo. Uh, yeah, like they look so similar, but instead of using red meat, we use pork meat, and we instead of using I don't know how it pronounced it in English. Give me a minute. Instead of using it is called uh, chickpea. Instead of using chickpea, we use some kind of rice, like orange rice. It has a base of tomato, and we use some beans. Like here in Mexico, we have a lot of beans, but the most popular are like the black beans and the um, what color is this? Like, is it like just brown? Yeah, I think they are brown, but yeah, we use instead of chickpeas, we use some rice and some beans and combined with this pork meat, and it is tasty. It is tasty, and we always here eat everything with tortillas. So in the south part of Mexico, we use some white tortillas. But if you go to the center of Mexico, if you ever visit like Mexico City, you're going to see something more yellow, like yellow tortilla. Uh, you're going to see this kind of tortillas. Like if you can see, they are a little bit more yellow. It depends on the kind of corn that they are using for the tortilla. But yeah, we use like if you ever go to a restaurant, they are always going to give you a tortilla, and yeah, I don't know if in Africa how you have something like this, like we eat everything with a tortilla, or we eat everything with a bread or something like that. Like, and yeah, they are so similar. Oh my God! But I think this is with like you mentioned that it was with red meat and this was pork. But I think I don't know if we have something like uh yeah we have um a soup and we do with a lot of vegetables and with red meat that is called caldo de res. And I think this is real common in all Latin America. It's not specified for Mexico. But yeah, you can imagine that you're going to see corn, carrots, and all like potatoes and all the stuff into your soup. And to be honest, I don't like it a lot. I like another soup called pozole. And pozole is made with different kind of meat. Sometimes you eat with chicken. You can eat it also with pork or with red meat. And pozole is mainly made by a lot of chilies, and also you can imagine that with those chilies we are always going to have some special kind of corn that is called pozole, maíz pozolero, but it's basically pozole corn. And if you can see it, it is a little bit more soft than the normal corn that you're going to use. And they're always in a lot different kind of varieties that you can find it in your supermarket. But yeah, basically use it and pour it into your pozole. Some persons go to the supermarket and try to be to use this kind of corn, but other ones use just the corn, peel it out, and use each kind of corn soup into it and put it into the pozole. But I think for there's one technique that the person who cook this uh, corn use something that is called here called uh, it's called lime. Called lime. Maíz con cal. They put some kind of a thing called cal that basically peels off all the yellow part of the corn and helps you to make it softer. So yeah, first you need to wash all the corn and then you can put it up so you can eat up your pozole. But yeah, there are a lot of pozoles. You can eat it in so many ways. It's so tasty. You totally need to try it once in your life. And also you can eat it with some carrots. You can eat it with lettuce, with I forgot how you say rabanos. So it's you can use radish, you can use lettuce, you can use pepper, salt, and other kind of spices that you want. But again, you eat it with tortilla, you eat it with lemons, with some lemons, you eat it with some tostadas, and the day you're eating pozole is the day where you'll be happiest. I like tacos. Okay, we eat bread a lot, mostly with everything, mostly baguette, but also traditional bread, and we have something called the tortilla, the scope, amarek, amarek. Did I pronounce it well? Let me search for it. Amarek, uh, amarek. How is it? Amarek, amarek. Can write in English is good to spell. Oh yeah. Well, I think I can just search for Algeria bread. Is this MRX? Looks like a tortilla. Looks like a bread with this. Bits of Algeria things. Uh, uh, look for instead. There are MRX with tomato sauce inside. Um, Masjet. Okay. Mm, no. But instead, no, actually, I'm gonna put it again. Masjet. Oh, is this? Oh, looks so. That looks so tasty, to be honest. Like, oh my god, looks so tasty. So is this is um Majet? Is it pronounced Majet? Majet looks so cool, so great. Oh, it's flatbread. Majet Majet is flatbread. Algerian spices have layered flatbread, like Algerian flatbread. Uh, this is the kind of bread you're talking about, or Majet was the one. Yeah, people love this, not me, but okay, okay. Majet. In the part where, well, like in Mexico, where we have some different kind of regions that we have there, but the one that I use that I live in or I was born in is called Veracruz. In Veracruz, we have some kind of special breads that we call them um, picaditas, picaditas and memelas, but I don't know how is it called. Is tor- mm, mm, uh, para freír. Okay, para freír is this one? No. So let me just search for picaditas veracruzanas. Yeah, we have something real similar that is not a bread. It's some kind of a special tortilla that it's a special tortilla that you use with this that you can basically imagine that it is so tasty. It is a little bit harder, and they are they are made with some called masa, and this masa is made with some kind of special uh, corn that is called maseca. That is basically maize with that is basically corn with this lime that you use. Basically, you can imagine that it's like the same kind of oh my god, I forgot the name of this. Uh, the same kind of flour that you use for pancakes or for things like that, but you use it for this kind of special masa that you use and you put for something that is called antojitos, and antojitos are this called uh, this corn specialized food that you can use with everything. and, and yeah, for example, if I search for antojitos, uh, now you can see this is what I'm talking about. Basically, they are uh, corn flour things with some kind of form um, with something. It can be vegetables. It can be I don't know cheese. It can be just some meat. Like we have a lot of varieties of a lot of things, and each one of them has a special name. Like you can see a lot of photos here of different kind of dishes. So don't worry about it. These are called picaditos veracruzanas. These are called tlacoyos, empanadas, sopes, huaraches. These ones are tostadas. So basically, they are like this kind of corn flour made into some forms and fulfilled with some kind of food. And you can find like they are so cheap. You can find it everywhere. Like if you go to Mexico City, you're going to find a lot of parts or a lot of restaurants that sell a lot of antojitos mexicanos. Uh, yeah, they're so tasty. SMI, yeah. So yeah, like they are so tasty. Like they are so cheap, and there are so places where you can find like this exactly this photo is like what you can imagine to find into the street. You're walking in the street and randomly there are like a person selling one of these and or persons filling up a lot of orders of these antojitos mexicanos. So you can find it everywhere actually. And yeah, so in some places you even can find some empanadas gigantes. But empanadas veracruzanas, you can find something like this. Like they are so big, like the size of your head. They are so tasty, and also we love bananas in Veracruz. So there's and in a lot of places in Latin America they love a lot of these bananas, but we use something like called platanitos fritos, and with that basically we take some bananas, we peel them off, but no, not any kind of banana. This banana is called plátano macho. Uh, and this plátano macho, we use it we fry them. Like if you can see, like they are some. How can I describe them? Like they are bigger than the normal banana, and they are more they are more big. They're thicker and bigger than the normal banana. And what we do is to try um, to let them go into the like the perfect state of using plátano macho is when the banana is like dark, like this kind of way or this kind of way. Like it looks like it is almost like mm, rotten, like it is rotten or something like that. But no, basically, when you let them oxidate a little bit more, they're going to be the more how's it called? How do you say? Yeah, they're going to be sweeter. So if you let them to go a little bit darker, they're going to be more sweeter. And when they are like in a real dark color, we just peel them. We try to put it into some oil, and after that we just cook them out a few minutes, and then we pull them up and just try to eat them with a lot of cheese and cream and even some heavy cream or heavy milk, and like they are so tasty. Like to be honest, they are one of my favorite dishes, and again, you can see it in a lot of presentations. Some persons even do uh, put them like in a way that you can eat them like potatoes or like Doritos or in this kind of way. Yeah, people fry bananas and they are so tasty. Reminds me of Stefan String's session, training model to recognize ribbon fruit. He gave us like folder with banana pictures. Oh yeah, yeah. The cheese in Ciudad de Mexico is so good. Like you need to try the cheese in. Whenever if you ever come to Mexico and if you go to Mexico City, try to taste the Mexico City cheese. It's so good. Mouth watering. Used to be a student in Ciudad de Guadalajara. Wow, I didn't know that. Mouth water. Yeah, like I'm also I'm also hungry, but I cannot. Like the bad thing about this kind of food is that if you come to Mexico just 3 days, I promise that you're going to go back to your country with 5 or 10 kilos off with your normal state. The the way you came in into the country, you're going to return to your country with 10 kilos more with more weight gain. But yeah, okay. Now let's stop and let's try to continue with our pet finder app with that because I think I just lost a lot of a lot of time just trying to talk about the Mexican dishes and uh, trying to see a lot of food. But if you are watching us from other part of the world, like just send an image or send a name of a typical dish of your city, of your country, and something that you said, David, you need to try this, and I'll search for it because I have a lot of curiosity. And definitely, I want to try the I forget the name. Rajab, I think it was called. Uh, Majab. I want to try the Majab. Like, they look so tasty. But yeah, let's go. Okay, so continuing. We have our map. Everything is now up good. Let's just try to give it a little bit more of a space. So, with our space, I think there was a option to have a spacing property here and have something like free, armed run. Yeah, now we have more space. Okay, so let's try to give it even more space with this and try to modify our map here. So where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map? Now we have our map and we have our index here. So let's try to use our class name that we were going to use here. So let's just try to erase this and use a class name. Blah, blah, blah. And class name going to be equal to my container. And let's try to import the CSS of this, import um, index .css, and let's try to use this CSS to map container. Okay, now we have our map container, and let's just try to set this up, right? So yeah, I think now everything is up. Trying to refresh our page just to see if everything is working now. And no, it is not working. So why it's not working? Because I think it is not finding the map container part of our class name. So yeah, so there can be this kind of problems when you're trying to work with React. And I don't know why my browser just put itself up. So mm, okay, so let me just do some Control C. So for this time, we're going to use it in this way, so we don't have any kind of problems with importing our CSS class. So let me just delete this and put something like 100%, 100% with 100, and instead of using 100 pixels, we try to use 200 pixels. And let me see if this works well. Mm-mm-mm. Building up. So nope, I think it didn't work. I think we need to put it six. We need to put some six positioning. So again, let me just read this. and see if the map is now showing up. Right, it is, yeah, it is showing up. And if I do something like 100%, should it show up? Mm, I don't know. No, it is not showing up. Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's try to use this 900 pixels and start using this. Uh, so this again, and let me just share my screen again here. And let's just try to look up if everything is now up. No, I don't think so. So what's going on? We have our 900 pixels. We have everything working well. Do I need to do this again? Yeah, now everything's showing up. All right, so uh, everything is now showing up. We have our map here, we have our marker and our pop-up. So now we have a map, now we have our pets, and what is going up next? So the mission is to try to put each marker for our pet, and for that, a good thing that we can do is just to have a list of pets. Uh, for now, that we don't have a database or something like that, like Firebase or anything like this. Um, so Querétaro, Camino de Oaxaca, yes, I like it a lot, and es la tierra de mis moles, de los mil moles. Yeah, Oaxaca has a lot of moles, and they are so tasty. And just a little bit of context, mole is this, some amazing dish of a lot of parts of Mexico, and basically mole is a lot of chilies with some cookies and also some chocolate and a lot of things that makes this special taste that I cannot describe with anything that I've eaten before in my life. But yeah, mole is made by a lot of things, chili, like spicy things, sweet things, and also salty things. So it's a real special flavor that I cannot describe with some words. It is really special, and you put mole into some chicken, and you can eat it with also some kind of rices, and also you can use some frijoles or beans. But basically, this is like a real traditional dish of Mexico. Uh, it depends a lot because this is like the Spanish paella. Like a lot of persons like it in some ways, other ones like it in some other way. But yeah, like this one exactly is one of the best dishes in Mexico, depending where you're eating at, and also in which kind of way you like the mole. But like I said, it is so good. It is it is basically chicken like um I don't know how you say it. It is basically boiled chicken and with mole in the top of them, like like a sauce. Instead of using a sauce, use mole, and it cannot be Mexican food without some tortillas. So you can have your plate of mole and your kilo of tortillas in the side of the table. So yeah. So tell me that spicy sauce and the not pretty fried chicken with chocolate. Yeah, yeah. Basically, you can imagine that it is depending on the kind of mole. It can be spicy, it can be more sweet, or even salty. Like depending on the person that is cooking that mole, it's going to be the flavor. But you can imagine that it's a combination of spicy with sweetness and some other kind of flavors exploding in your mouth. But yeah, moving on. Let's continue with this because if we don't if we don't finish this, we're going to have troubles. All right, all right. So let's just try to make a content object that is going to be pet info, and pet info is going to be an object and it's going to have some properties. Oh, it's going to be an array of objects with some properties, and this I think we even can just add some um, other file and just export a constant that is going to be pet info.js, and basically we are going to just put some uh, put add the object, so export const pet info is going to be our array list, and with this array list we're going to put some objects here and do something like this, like this, like that, like that. And what info do we need? So we need up some position like latitude, and also something like this, and also we need the longitude. Sorry for that. So we are going to have our latitude and also our longitude. And I think we need the photo. So for the photo, I don't know if we can change the marker. I think we can. So let's try to use have an image source for this. And in this case, I think we can just copy the direction of each one of the pets, and there will be no problem. So we have the image, we have everything now up. So, so yeah, I think with these three uh, properties, we can just continue. And all right. So now we have everything now. And let me just try to change images and just this one here. Now let me change this up for this, so everything is now up. And Tasha, hi Tasha, how are you? You look so cute. Hi Thanos, how are you? You look so cute. And click on destroy the universe. So alright, so going back to our map, we just need to import our constant, that is pet info, from pet info. And now everything is up to date. So let me just, no, what is it? Yeah, now everything should be good. And also let me just force this. All right, so now we have everything. Now let's try to put some latitude and longitude. So all right, let's try to do something like this. Latitude is going to be this, and our longitude should be something like that. All right, so try to copy and paste this and see if it works. And just change some information to see if it is working now. All right, cool. Awesome. Now everything is up. Let's try to change this to this and to uh, this and 50 and this to the one that to -1. Let's just try to see if everything's now up to date. And for this, we just need to go again to our index, and now we're going to have a tile layer, and for each tile layer, we're going to have a marker. And I think a good way to do this would be like use something like pet info that map and use something like this. For each element in pet info, we're going to return something. So let's just return uh, our marker. And a marker with a position, but instead of using this, we will need to use latitude and longitude. So try to use position is going to be um, pet info that all right, but so this needs to be the element. So element that latitude and then element that longitude and the pop-up should be something really similar to things that we are doing here. So, alright, I don't know if this is actually updating itself. So, is it updating? I don't know. Click CSS and if I erase this, put info that mask. Are we really importing pet info? Uh, import pet info from pet info. I don't know. Let me just do this again. Okay, so shouldn't have sent you streams while fasting. I shouldn't have sent you your streams while fasting during Ramadan. No, sorry for that. I'm in diet and I cannot eat anything that well I cannot eat anything tasty to be honest. But yeah, I unite to track things from the photos and plot pictures location of the map. And that can be that's a good idea. Already have the database looks like embedded my photos to sell for those taken ones. So reports to not setting, take pictures found into the magnitude that's the idea. Shed has the location data on our Twitter, Facebook anymore. This just okay, yeah. Sounds like a good idea to be honest. Someone report a lost pet and take a picture, it is found on the map and I guess yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Yeah. Alright. So mm, mm, let me just drink some water because my couch is dying. Um, all right, let me just try to ask ChatGPT how to map something. Um, how can you use the map function to return uh, market for each element in an array? So you can use the map function to create a market component, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah, Okay, so markers is equal to positions that map. Okay, position that index, position index. All right, so we have a position, we have the index. Key is going to be all right. Oh, sounds good. So let's just use it into our this and try to put it out like this. Becomes markers is equal to position that map, position index, and four is instead of using positions, we try to change this to set info. That map position and index. So instead of this using position, we can use something like latitude longitude, uh, or we can change our pet input to use something like position. It's going to be equal to, yes, it is that object. I think we can just use it in this way. It's like this and change it like that. And I think it should be like 51. And just copy and paste everything up. Well, we should replace everything with this. And yeah, we got the comma. And now we can use everything up here. Position, alright. And format everything. Okay. So let's change this to the point. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And go again to our index. Uh, so, this is the kind of idea. In theory, you could go to, in theory, you could do a Google image search with your last pet, then straight IID data from any found shots, parsing the plot. Oh, good. That actually sounds good. That's a great idea. Thank you so much, Ajik-san. And let's just try to use this. So, const markers is equal to the inputted map. And let me just erase this. So instead of using this, let me go again to ChatGPT and use markers. So we're going to use and try to see what is going on. So our index is going to be our index, marker index plus one, position and index, and alright, so let's mark it to the position that map our position and then our index. And yeah, I don't think so. I think that we need to use um, pet. And for this pet, we should use pet deposition, and instead of using these two, marker one is to the two, set that position to string, and I don't see our markers showing up. Oh yeah, I think I can see them now. I think I used a lot of space with this, but good thing our markers are showing up now, and I think it's a small step for David, but a big step for the petFinder app. So now we can see some markers here. So now let me just, what if each marker has a photo of a duck and some information? So I think we can just put some basic information in our market, but I don't know if we can use images into them. So let's try to do that, right? So try to display just that image into our pop-up. So marker this and also an image, well, a BR and an image source is going to be equal to or um, head dot image, and let's close this. And I don't know if it's going to work, but let's try to see. Yes, it works. Uh, it just a little bit size, gigantic. Cal is equal to width going to be 50 pixels, width is going to be 50 pixels, and um, yeah, I think it should work. Okay, yeah, now it's showing up. Now we have our images and everything looks cool, looks great. So 100 pixels by height of also 100 pixels, 100 pixels, and also object fit to cover. And I think this should be good to go for now. Remember, we're just trying to continue with our app, and yeah, it looks good for me. We can see now our Rex and Queen and Paccio and Sirius panels. So yeah, let's try to see how it looks onto our page. Let me just reload it and try to look it up a little bit more. And yeah, we can see each one of our pets right now. So for now, everything is good. Uh, no, it is a leaflet map. It's a leaflet map. We're using the uh, leaflet React map library. So let me just paste the link to the leaflet map to this. I cannot remember what it was. Of I think it's called React Open React Leaflet. Yes, the link is into the StreamYard, the link to the map, and yeah. So all right, now we have our markers here. We have our markers. We have our doggies, and everything now is up to good. Let me just try to change a little bit of the CSS of our application. I think this should be up just to 800 pixels. Yeah, I think for the map it could work to have like 700 pixels with 500 pixels, and this should be good to go. And let me just try to roll all this. Yeah, now it looks good. All right, so let me just put some other markets into this, to my pet info object, and let me just use something like this. Let me change the ones that I have already. So 51, I think this should be 50 because our map is center at 51. All right, all right. So 51, and our index is in 505 minus 90. Oh, minus zero minus zero dot nine, and the other one should be at minus zero dot eight, 008 and 007 and 006, and yeah. Okay. Remember the all mobile cartoon Dennis the Menace with the Dog Smasher that you are? Yes, that is good. Good thing that you can insert images easily. Use Volume in Python. Yeah, Volume is a great app. It's like a flip-side, but it's a nightmare to fit images into a couple of pieces. Yeah, I had the same problem because I need to use that exactly. a library of volume into a portfolio into the MLH file sheet, so I can remember a lot of volume. So let me just hide again this and use something like this, and I think everything is now updated. And let me see if our efficiencies are really updated yet, or they are in another part. I think that they did not update it well. Oh yeah, I know why. Alright. Um, yeah, now we have our pets. So let's see. It was locked in here, and I think Toshio liked water because he was almost in water. Uh, and Thanos was blasting into the couch. So the maintenance is Thanos, like Indigo says. And yeah, so for now, everything now is up to good. And we have our ducks, we have everything here. Now, let's just try to do something let's try to do something with um, the clickable part of that set that is you're looking at. So the first thing is that when you hover the card, it needs to change color. Then we need to be able to click the card. The card needs to expand a little bit, and after it expands, uh, the map shows center to the marker that we selected with that dot. All right. So let me just drink water again because I'm so thirsty. All right. So let's do that. Let's just try to change the CSS. This is of our doc card. So card media, card container, card style. So when the card is covered, we need to change the card style. So I think we can use something like it's and hover, change the background color to um, something like AFAFA. Now let me see. Yes, it changes now. And also we need to do something like it's called um, cursor going to be pointer. And finally, we need to let me know if there's some noise that you're hearing now. All right. So so yeah. So now our cursor I think is now working. Yeah. Now we can do it. So now when we click into the card, uh, we need to expand it, right? So on click, we need to change the HTML of this to expand it a little bit more. So we are going to use some state. So we need to import the user state part. So let's try to just import user state, import user state from rack, and we need to find out our state. So start the props. Now let me just set the state here. And hard click. or click it and set click. It's going to be the default. Mm, but I think we should be able to do it for each card, right? So how can we handle that? So let's try to ask ChatGPT. Uh, all right, so I'm going to say that to ChatGPT just to see what can we do here. This state and false, and with this we should use something like click handle ticket. So now we handle click. We can have a function called handle click going to be equal to this, and this is going to return something or nothing. Or even we can just say something like uh, this state set click to click. All right, so now everything is done. We can click something, some water. Mm, so all right, everything now is up. Mm, what if it's shown for the card expand? I think the info that was going to show up was the some more photos of the pet and also some more information about the characteristics. Like if we put some a little description about the characteristics of each pet that we have, we should put more information about the characteristics of the pet or the last time when it was seen, like if the pet has a red car or if it has like a burn mark or something like that, should be good to go, right? So let's try to continue with this. Uh, uh, all right, I think my headphones are dying, so I think I'll be able just to do some more 5 minutes of streaming. I don't know. Yeah, because I just heard like the sound of this, so sorry for that. All right, so give me a minute just to check the battery off, and I'll be right back. All right. Right, I think I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me well or if you can see me, but yeah, I think everything's now up. I had to change my mic, so if you're hearing like my quality audio or something like that, let me know so I can just change to other microphone or anything like that. And okay, if everything works fine, we're good to go. So let me just share my screen again, share screen and go to petFinder so we can continue with our pets. So I think you're going to hate me a little bit because I have um, the keyboard sounds a lot. So I'm sorry if you hear a lot of the keyboard, but let me know if I'm when I am writing or typing. If you hear a lot of noise, let me know to just adjust a little bit more my audio configuration. All right. So we were making this. Now we were handling out like to expand um, our cards. So I was going to just put something like this, and I was going to ask ChatGPT how to do. So hello, I have a React component that looks like this. What I want to do is to expand that card and to when anyone when the card click it to expand it to the bottom and show some additional information. Um, the expanded section. How can I manage to do this in React? Okay, so to expand a card and show additional information when it is clicked, you can use the state, use the hunt, and conditional rendering. And use conditional rendering to display the additional information only when the card is expanded. Here's an example of how to use it. Alright, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, expand the card. Okay, so we have a box and typography. Right, so pet card is expanded, and status expanded. Yeah, it's basically what we're doing. So if you expand it and expand additional info, crops additional info. But all right, but how can I do this? How can I do it with a list of cards? List of cards in expand. Pet card. All right, you're not seeing the screen. So now you can see it, right? Yes, I don't know why StreamYard doesn't shows or pops up like the screen whenever I click to share screen. So when I share screen, uh, uh, it puts me into the screen into the tab that I selected, but I need to come back to StreamYard to add the screen to the stream. I don't know why, and I don't know if I can configure that. So let's see what happened there. To render a list of cards, expand them individually, you can create a parent component that maps over an array of card data and renders a petcat component for each item in the array. This is an example of implementation. Okay, so we have the card style, alright info, so function expanded card, return a box with cryptography. Okay, it's the same one, function pet card, cons is expanded, set is expanded, and a click. So return a card, and where is the card list?
So card content, card media, box, typography, yeah, hit card list. So, alright. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. So for each, yeah, so for each card, we just need to render up the card. Alright, yeah, I think yeah, this should work. Yeah, well, I think it's the same thing that we're using. So, alright, so let me just put the other consent to what's called expanded card. So the consent expanded card is going to be here, and let's just try to put it here. Um, cons expanded card is going to be equal to it's going to return something like this. Mm, right. So now this should work. Return a box, typography, what I want, field bottom, additional information, and hello world. Just see if this works well. So on card. All right. So okay, we have the card content, and if it is expanded, right? Yeah, it should work well. And so if it is expanded and it's click, click, click it, and expand the card, additional info is equal to, and it managed to do this well. And so we have our expanded card, perhaps it is not going to receive anything. So sorry for that. Expanded card, and expanded card. Oh yeah, I think I got something that was not here. So, alright. So when I click this, I can handle click right. So handle click would be to use the same thing. Handle click so click do true, and do this again. Set click to, yeah, it's the same one. And expanded card is going to have a box and the photography of additional information. But I don't know if this is going to be sync here. I think I need to put another box here, put something like this. Yeah, now it's showing up. And yeah, but it didn't expand itself. So I'm thinking of how can we expand a card with Material UI? Uh, all right. Before that, I think we have just a few minutes yet of the stream. So uh, so don't worry about it. And I think we are just with Indigo and Agile Ajaxon. So do you want me to just run the giveaway in a real fast way? Uh, so what if we pick a random number and put it into the stream? Yeah, I know, right? But we almost handled to finish the expanded card, so we're just one step away to our expanded card, so don't worry about it. And All right. So, what if we do this? If I'm going to run a random number generator, and if the number is even, it goes to Iaxon, and if it is not, we give the t-shirt to Indigo. So, is it good for you? Mm, so again, if it is even, do it in that way, and if it is not, in the other way, right? All right. So again, if the number is even, we give it to Indigo, and if it is an odd number, we give it to Ajaxon. So let me just share my random number generator generate service. Uh, mm, okay. Well, I think we have one random number generator. So give some lotteries, random drawings. All right. So all right, now just let me share my screen, and I think you should be able to uh, see it well, right? So I think now you're able to see it, and let's just try to look up at which number it generates. All right, so let's go. And three, two, one, and I think so. It is even. I think you're in your lucky ride. So Indigo, congratulations. You have won another giveaway. So you're a lucky man. So I'll let you know. I'll set you the code into Discord. So don't worry about it. And actually, yeah, you're lucky. So yeah. So I think we have just 4 minutes left. So it was nice to be here with you. Thanks so much for being here, Indigo. I hope you're real good. Uh, I really need to try the bread that you just sent. I forgot the number. Sorry for that. The majed. I need to try the majed bread. I'll search some video of how to do majed, and I'll try to cook it up into my house because I love cooking. So can we access a repo at some point for the project? Yes. Tomorrow I think is the last time. Is Yeah, I think it's going to be the last stream. So after that stream, I'm going to share the repo or the replit, so you can just copy and paste it without using GitHub. And yeah, it will be good, right? So thanks so much for being here. Hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow at I think it's 10 p.m. ET or 9 p.m. CST. So yeah, thanks so much. See ya there. Yeah, I'm going to try my Jeff. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.